Question 7.29 from the reading. So we're having a reaction between calcium and antimony. Antimony is Sb, so we've got calcium and antimony react. What's the expected product to be formed between those two? And so for that, we want to think about basically how many electrons is calcium capable of losing, and how many electrons does antimony need to gain to become a noble gas. And so if we look at that, we've got calcium as argon 4s2, so it has 2 valence electrons it can lose, and antimony is krypton 5s2 4d10 and then 5p1 2 and 3, so 5p3 takes us there. So essentially it's kind of a weird way of going about it, but we can look and see that, okay, calcium, both of these want to react to obtain noble gas configuration. Calcium is the farthest left, so it's the most metallic, so it wants to lose these electrons. So calcium, to become a noble gas configuration, calcium will lose 2 electrons, forming calcium 2+, and then it'll have the configuration of argon. Antimony, on the other hand, it's going to gain electrons, and it's going to want to gain enough electrons to do the same thing, take it to a noble gas configuration. So if antimony is right here, it's going to want to gain 1, 2, 3 electrons. So if I add in 3 electrons to antimony, then it's going to become the same electron configuration as xenon. If I add in those 3 electrons, 1, 2, 3. So now let's write that out. Okay, I have calcium wants to be 2+, antimony wants to be 3-. So all we're saying is, okay, when they react, they want to have this charge. So now they need to balance each other out. And we know we can do that by just simply switching. The 3 comes down here, the 2 comes down here. So to balance these out, we would need to have 3 calciums and 2 antimonies. So 3 calcium at 2+ equals 6+, and then 2 antimony at 3- equals 6-. And together that gives us overall, we would have a neutral complex because of that. So we kind of did this earlier when we were new charges or thinking about charges. Now we're looking at it in terms of the valence electrons of, okay, why does calcium want to form 2+? Calcium wants to form 2+ because it has 2 valence electrons to lose. When it loses those electrons, it's isoelectronic with a noble gas. All right, let's look at antimony. Antimony is going to react in this way. It's a non-metal. It's a metalloid, but it's going to gain the electrons in this reaction. So it's going to want to gain enough electrons to take us to noble gas. So that's how I know I can hold a total of 6 electrons here. I have 3. I want to gain 3 more to get isoelectronic with xenon. So its charge will be 3- for that. So calcium Ca3 Sb2 for that one.